If you want a meal that feels like comfort, but you don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen and you want to stick to your health and fitness goals, then this segment of In the Kitchen with Crystal is for you. Today, we are making a garlic butter chicken, and on the side, we are making a broccoli cheddar twice baked potatoes. Come on in. I'm Crystal Taylor, the owner and CEO of Fitness is Not a Game, and I'm glad you're here. Take a sip as we get ready to get started. Now, one of the major reasons why I do in the kitchen is because I know a lot of times people say that they don't know what to eat, and then they're like, "Oh, I just eat whatever I order, whatever," because I don't like cooking. It takes too long, blah 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 blah. So I like to make things nice and easy. And I said we're doing a twice baked potato, and you're like, "Crystal, baked potatoes take a long time, but not the way I do it." What we're going to do is we're going to put this potato in the microwave and cook it that way so that it'll be nice and quick. We'll have all of this done in less than 30 minutes. So first, I'm just cleaning off my potato, right? Get that nice and clean. Then we're going to grab a fork to poke some holes in it to reduce that steam, release that steam. Well, even though I'm not exactly sure if that is what's necessary, but that was what I was always taught to do, right? Somebody did a study and they put it in their microwave and tested it. I don't want to test it. So I'm gonna go with what my mama told me, and she said to poke these doggone potatoes and then bake them that way. So we're gonna do it. This is a pretty small potato, and that's the reason why I chose this one to make it quick and easy. So we're gonna do about 3.5 minutes, and then we are going to, if I can put that in there, flip it after it's cooked for that amount of time. So as that is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get the chicken prepped. Now, again, I said that I like to help you cook quicker. If you want to, you can choose to cook these chicken breasts, which is using chicken breast, English chicken breast. You can cook them whole as fillets, or to make it even quicker, you can cut them into chunks, right? So that's something I like to do. I'm like, why make extra time? Because I'm gonna cut it anyway, right? I'm just saying. So let's go ahead and I'll just have my chicken breast defrosted. Oh, that's already doing some things. And I'm just gonna cut these into chunks. And then we're gonna season them. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and start heating up my skillet, my pan. And we don't need that on a high heat. We're just gonna do like a medium heat. You don't need it to cook too fast and it dries it out, right? Just making this into chunks. And you decide how much you want to make. You can make this for one, you can make this for four. It doesn't matter, you can make it for more. Ow! Bars. But I'm just making it for myself. And honestly, I won't use all of this chicken, but I was like, why not go ahead and make it all? Because that's one of my favorite ways to meal prep. I know some people feel as if meal prep has to be something extensive, and it really doesn't. One of the easiest ways to meal prep is just to prep a little bit more for the next time you eat. So I don't have to eat all of this chicken right now. I can easily save some of it, or I can make more and then just store it. All right. So we're just gonna drizzle the pan with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, not a lot, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop this in here, and then we're gonna get the seasoning. Okay. Let me get my little wooden. You did. Get this in here. Oh, this should have been a little bit hot, but that's all right. We're gonna get it cracked. Turn that up just a little bit. But I'm gonna rinse my hands off because whenever you deal with chicken, we got to clean, right? And you're gonna have to do a little bit more cleaning in just a second. But we're gonna go ahead and get these seasonings going. Because you want to cook the flavor into your meat. So I'm going to use a little bit of garlic powder. I'm going to use, I like table blend, the no salt table blend, because it has like a peppery base to it. And I love pepper. And because of that, we're going to add that the sweet red pepper, paprika. If you've got smoked paprika, you can use that too. Instead, whatever word you want, be generous with that. We're also going to add a little onion powder, and then we're going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning as well. When I say a little bit, but then y'all see I'm generous with my seasoning. And people like always like, "Sister, how much?" I don't know. So then sister tell me stop. That's how much. So add me some Italian seasoning. Got that cooking. Now we're gonna do is a quick clean up, wash up with some good hot soapy water so that we can prep this area because we're going to use the cutting board again. And I need my good wooden jig. I think it's is it a wooden spatula? I don't know. I know one of them is a wooden spoon. I don't know what to call this little thing. We're going to clean this area up. And then we're going to check on this potato to see how it's doing. All right, now we're going to make sure that we are safe. That is another big thing. When you are cooking, you have to practice safe measures, right? Whenever you're cooking with any raw meats, but especially chicken, you want to make sure that you are clean. And I didn't really use a lot of space, but I like to go around just a little bit just to make sure. All right, so get that knowledge check on this potato, one potato. And then we're also gonna switch, mix this little chicken up around a little bit to make sure that all of the seasoning is in on all the things. All right. Ooh, it smells so good up in here already. Amen. Amen. And it's nice and seasoned. Mm-hmm. That's the thing with healthier eating. It does not have to be bland. It does not have to be boring. But where a lot of people mess up, oh, this is almost done. So I'm gonna give it just about one more minute. Where a lot of people mess up is that they try to season the food after it's already been cooked. Then you just basically put the season on top of it, but we want to put the season on the food as we're cooking so that it can marry up in there. All right, let's take a quick sip of water. Hey, I'm waiting on that. I'm going to go ahead and get a bowl out because what we're doing, since this is twice baked, we are going to get those innards out of the potato. We're going to mix it up with a few things, and then we're going to throw it in the air fryer. So I know it says twice baked, but we sort of going to air fry this thing to finish it off. All right? As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and start warming up my air fryer. This is all about efficiency. Efficiency. So I'm putting it on about 350, somewhere around there, because it's not like we really need it to cook. We just need it to, because the potatoes cook, we're just putting the other ingredients together. Yep, that's it. That's it. So that they can basically melt. Now, I said this is a broccoli cheddar. So again, to make it easy, we are using a steamable bag of broccoli. And if you want to get fancy, or frozen broccoli, I should say. If you want to be fancy and you want to get fresh broccoli and do all the cutting and all that stuff, go for it. You want to cook on the stove, go for it. But I'm trying to make things easy, quick, and it helps with cleanup. So I just throw it in the microwave, get the little steamables, and that's all we need to do. So the chicken is looking and smelling amazing. Got all this seasoning inside of the skillet, baby. What we don't do is skip on seasonings. All right. Almost golden brown. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and cut my potatoes. And I'm going to start taking the innards out, because what we're going to do after that is that once the broccoli is cooked, we're going to take out about just a little bit, because honestly this potato is so small that we are just going to add that broccoli. We'll chop it up and then add it, that's hot, to these innards. You see that? Little baby potato. Look at your baby potato. I'm here for it. I love potatoes. I really do. I share the story frequently on how my mother swore to the day she died that one of my first words was French fries. I don't believe it, but I don't doubt it. I was like, or I am pretty smart. Maybe I was able to say those words pretty early, or I had an early inner big backness to me where I learned food words before I learned other things. It's possible. Look, it is possible because I do love food. I do love all things potatoes. Except I'm not a big fan of au gratin. I mean, I feel like au gratin. I'm not. I could take it and leave it. All right, so I just scooped out the innards to the potato. Now what I'm going to do is, oh, that chicken is cooking good. All right, so since that's one for that, well, let's go ahead and get this next step going real quick. We're gonna come back to this potato. So we have our chicken. I cut the chicken breast into chunks so that it cooks faster. You can leave it as breast if you want to, right? There's some seasonings, add some table blend, some onion powder, garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, some paprika. And because this is a garlic butter chicken, now we gotta add some butter to the pan. So we're gonna get us some knife, do about, turn you down just a little, move this chicken over. Do a pat or two. You don't need or want a lot. So do about, I don't know, about 1.5. I got a thing with using too much butter. I really do. And I think it's because I feel like people use way too much butter. I know butter is delicious. It is. But it's clogging your arteries, sir and ma'am. So ask yourself, do I need this much doggone butter? The answer is probably not. All right. So I got my this garlic. Hey, man, this garlic smells so good. Woo! Look. When I tell you I love me some garlic, baby. So I'm adding me a little bit of garlic with this butter. I'm gonna get this all melted together. And then we're gonna toss this chicken up in here. All right, I want this garlic, and then I'm grabbing the extra seasonings from the pan. Look here. Yes, I am. Oh, baby. Get this chicken on up in here. Come on. Ooh. Oh, if you could smell it up in here. Oh, got this chicken going around in this here garlic butter after all the seasonings. And then I'm just going to simmer this thing. Simmer down. I'm going to simmer this and let that do what it wants to do. Because when I tell you that smells doggone amazing. Oh, okay. Back to what I was doing. Sheesh. Let me give me a little fork so I can smash up these here doggone potatoes. Ooh, I lost my train of thoughts. It smells so doggone good up in here. All right, so I got my potatoes. I'm going to add a little seasoning. Again, I told you I love me some table blend. And I like to use that as opposed to, well, in addition to regular pepper sometimes. Just because I believe it adds a little more, panache, right? And then I like to add a little Tony Satcheries instead of regular salt, again, because it adds a little panache. And honestly, I sort of cheated. I could have used my Himalayan pink sea salt with my pepper from I Got You Seasonings. I cheated myself and you, but that's all right. Excuse me, if you got it, then use it. All right, so now the broccoli is done. Good job. That's hot. That's hot. That's all right. I'm going to cut this open. My potato is waiting. Let me get my plate to put that on here. Put that over there. Give me a little bit of broccoli. I don't need a lot. I need probably two good florets. And we're just going to chop it up. And then we're going to put it in here. Add us a little Greek yogurt. And then add a little cheese. There we go. We got that going. Try not to put it on anything too hot. All right, so let me get me a good knife. Chop this broccoli up. I love me some broccoli. I really do. I know they say we're not supposed to eat it Honestly, I want to do some more research about it, but I did have a thought the other day. Like, just because my mom, when she was in chemo, let me range this off, she couldn't eat broccoli because it would interfere with her chemo and some of the other meds she was taking. I think it was warfarin. It's like, how can a med, a vegetable, interfere with it, right? So I just want to get a little more understanding. All right, so I'm just putting a little Greek yogurt in here, replacing our sour cream. That's the other thing. Not tripping off of using the butter, something like that, because we're making healthy decisions. I'm adding Greek yogurt, and that's adding the good fats, and it's adding some extra protein. And protein is what we need to stay fuller, right? So add a little bit of this, a little bit of this the cheese. Mix this all up. And I'm gonna throw this back into these potatoes. And then we're gonna throw it back and we'll throw it in the air fryer so that it can brown up, do a little second part of cooking, right? And then we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all. This does not take a lot. I just be running my mouth. Woo! This is not your first time. You know how I do. And honestly, what I'm gonna do is stuff this. I'm gonna go ahead and get my air fryer pan out so I can just stuff it in there to make it easy. So should something spill out, it just fall right on up in the pan. So what we don't do is waste food. Somebody say amen to that, please. Please, please, please. All right, so throw this up in here. Just stuffing these potatoes back with our mixture of broccoli, the potato innards, the cheese, and some Greek yogurt. There we go. And some of it did spill, just like I had a feeling it would. We're gonna throw this in the air fryer, let it do its thing for a couple minutes. Yep. 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 All right, let's get this stuff out. Oh, last thing we're gonna do. So we're gonna top this, right? Gotta make it pretty. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. That's only saturated, set it off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy. Sauce up this chicken real quick. But I'm going to go ahead and get some chives, green onions cut up. But we're going to top the baked potato. All right? Okay. Ooh, wee. All right, get this out of our way so we can see how good and pretty this is when we're done. I know y'all got Christmas. I always clean it. I can't help it. I can't help it. All right, we're gonna leave that there. Okay, so let me chop up these green onions. So we put this on top of our potato when it comes out of the air fryer, which will be in just, and I just put it on like, there were I think 3 minutes left on the air fryer. So just let it cook there because it doesn't need a lot of time. What you don't want to do is dry out your potato or anything like that. So just a few minutes to basically warm everything through, the cheese, and that's it, that's all. All right? Just making some room really quickly so that when our baby girl gets done in this here air fryer, move that over, leaking all the broccoli juice, we can go ahead and taste her and see how she's doing, how we like her. Let's see what she looks like. Y'all. Pull this out. Uh-oh. All right. So let's taste this chicken to see what we think. Let's see about it. Mm-hmm. But it's something I want with it. What is it? Ooh, I know. I have a spicy onion garlic pepper from my got you season. Add a little spice, a little kick. That's what I want. I know we talk about seasoning while it's cooking, but sometimes you can use things to accentuate where you're going and what you're looking for. I'm like something like it's not bad. It's good. But I'm like, no, you're like, it's just a little something. That's how I feel. Let's see. My potato is done. Ooh, it's purdy. It's purdy. Get a little plate. Go ahead and plate this. Yeah, it's only been 20 minutes. And I've already made our twice baked potato. Made our chicken. And you know what? I might mess around and eat the majority of this chicken. Ooh, grab us some chives. Put on top. If you want to add a little extra cheese, you can. But know that it's not necessary. That's part of the issue. We love cheese a little too much. So, I have our garlic butter chicken that I cut into chunks. Added some seasonings, whatever seasoning you want, paprika, Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, the usual. Then I melted some butter in there, some minced garlic, tossed the chicken around in that. For our baked potato, I just threw this in the in the microwave to cook the baked potato. Then I took out the innards, mixed it with some steamed broccoli that I put in the microwave, some Greek yogurt, some seasonings, and some cheddar. Threw it in the air fryer for a few minutes, took it out and topped it with a little bit of chives, a little green onion, and we're going to taste it. He said cheese melting. I'm here for it. I got to get all the things. Look, this is a great meal. But like I said, if you want something that feels comforting, but you don't want to spend a lot of time, and you don't want to throw all of your goals off the rails, this is something you do, and you want it to be quick. Less than 25 minutes, and you have your meal. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of In the Kitchen with Crystal, where we made our garlic butter chicken with our broccoli cheddar twice baked potato. See? So delicious. Yeah. So when you make it, make sure that you tag me. Let me know how you made yours, what you did, any modifications, because I would just love to get your feedback. All right. So if you have to go outside and be in these streets, please be safe. So I want you healthy, I want you happy, and I want you here. And I hope to see you in the next segment. All right, y'all. Bye.